Fire, oh my god, we have fire versus fire over here. Meanwhile, T-3045 pulling on back because of the herd of Grenadiers and also the Panzerschreck force. AT's coming on in, but the Flame Panzer is giving it all she's got. She's trying to burn the AT guns. It's actually doing a bit of work for Kenworth for Dig and Decrude, but the Flame Spouts are working, and I don't know how, but the AT guns have yet to really do a lot of damage. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17 here, bringing you another COH2 replay. This is a 2v2 on Fields of Windhoek. We got two Soviets, an OKW, and a Wehrmacht, and I can't wait to see how badly one side does, or maybe both sides do, or maybe neither side, as they are both competent. But I don't know, so we shall see. Anyway, someone submitted this to me. And if you would like to submit your own replay, submit to greyshotproductions@gmail.com. And I'll take a look. I'm trying to do a little more replays as of late because two reasons. One, you guys really enjoy them. And two, and this is kind of a bigger thing, a lot more people are playing Co. So I'm getting a lot more replays. So I figured, I'll just keep, producing them as quickly as pace as I possibly can. Any case, in the meantime, let's get to this. With this, we got ourselves what? Like I said, a Soviet, two Soviets, and also an OKW and a Wehrmacht. So we got ourselves, let's see. Ooh. Oh, okay, so a little bit of a mixed bag here. Looks like the Soviets are a little more well-rounded, but that Snaps is probably the least playtime. But that being said, that doesn't mean he could be a bad player. That's just maybe he's just newer to the game. But he can still have a better grasp of it. We shall see. There's a better ranking system that is more precise on actual statistics, but I can't see that from here. So unfortunate that I can't. But at the very least, I can just, go over tactics. And overall, good tactic. The Lurman strategy. Probably borrowed that from the Chinese. But good job, Soviet. Brought the Storm Pioneers within the scope of your MG and pushed them back. Let's see. Both Soviets are going the exact same style. MG, Engineer, two conscripts, etc. The Soviets might be doing that, but the Germans have to be different because they're Wehrmacht and OKW. Although, a lot of frontline for the OKW, we're of course going to see that, but for the Germans, we're not seeing an MG spam. And that's not bad. I would be curious to see like a full MG spam or possibly Grenadier Rush or Panzer Grenadier be very specific. But that looks like it's a nice strat. And again, nice combo if the enemy were to deploy, let's say, a scout car, he has enough conscripts, or not conscripts, Grenadiers, I think, can hold him back from like trying to rush him down. Also, he's going to push in this field pretty much uncontested. The Soviets, specifically Slovak army, is kind of focused in mid. Meanwhile, we have these guys kind of focused on like this general area, and he's doing fine. He's doing generally fine. Yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like right now these Volk squads are essentially holding back not one, but it seems like a second Soviet force. So, but they're still holding the fuel, and they're taking that away from the Soviets. Right now, the Germans aren't doing the best in resources, and that can actually go down to this position not going or not being under German hands, so they don't get that fuel even though they have double capped. So that is unfortunate, but in the meantime they do have the other fuel, and the Allies aren't getting that fuel, but the Allies were getting a decent amount of munitions just from a sheer amount of normal points being captured, so not bad. Germans grabbing this territory, they need to grab this to actually get it, so once again that's at least cutting it away, at least this position away from the Allies. But fortunately, Grenadier Squad going on in gets overwhelmed by conscripts and the MG support crew, aka the other guys that have rifles, not just, the guy that has the MG, firing in that general direction. Volk Squad continuing to push on in, incendiary going on out. The conscripts just running through and be like, no, that's funny. Let's see. Do you have any upgrades? You do not. Snaps, do you have upgrades? You do not. So these conscripts are rushing on in without Molotovs or anything else. That would be cool if they had those abilities, but alas, they just don't. Storm Pioneers trying to put a lot of pressure on the MG. Looks like they'll do just fine. Maybe they need to move this cover. Looks like they're trying to move on in to kill the conscript. Nice shock grenade and push the other squad back. They might be able to capture that in the meantime. Will they hold it? Probably not. Just because of the damage that Storm Squad has taken. Jesus Christ. I am rusty. But they will at least keep it contested for a little while so the Soviets won't get it. And right now, The Germans have like a 1.5, 1.6 ratio, like, increase over the Allies. So not too shabby overall for them kind of keeping that level ahead. Because the Allies will probably get that fuel. They'll push them to like, what, 20? So 20 to 32 and 32 to 52. So yeah, like a 1.6 gain ratio. So not too shabby. Grenadiers coming on the flank of that MG. Again, I feel like a shock grenade, like something along the lines of like elite troops or something, might be better for this, because that way you can at least do a little damage. I know he only has 1 CP, so I don't know if he would get that. I think it's like 2, maybe 3. Or maybe if like Fallen Man went infiltration grenades. It seems like the Soviets are having a hard time really keeping the Germans from rushing on up to the MGs, which is weird. Because usually the whole point of an MG is to keep the enemy back. But no, those Grenadiers are coming right in. Now, unfortunately, they're not great at close range. So I think Panzer Grenadiers might be a better, substitute. We have a medical base and a second medical base here, so they're going to be healing up their troops. So, at the very least, we can say the Germans are at least competent with healing. Now, are the Soviets competent with healing? That is the question. Snaps has AT grenades, so he's prepared for any armor. While Slovak Army is yet to get any upgrades. Again, one of those things where it's like, you're going to have this constant squad, it's going to be very low on health. Even if you reman them with additional models, their overall health is going to be lower until you get those medics, which is so critically important. So we'll see what he does. Meanwhile, we have a German counterattack. Over here, looks like an MG backing them up. These Volk squads are all together, and they're walking right into this MG, so I fully expect them to get suppressed. And again, that's one of 2 MGs, the other one right here. So he's actually, if he comes down this way, he might get suppressed again. Luckily, the Maxim is kind of... Okay, how do I put this? They suck at the border of their range. It like takes like 2 probably concerted bursts at the edge of their actual range to suppress something. So the Volk squads may just get out of there just fine. And I'm assuming even with this other MG right there, they'll be able to at least decap it. Meanwhile, we have the engineer squad over here. Looks like they ran into a mine. Yeah, there's like, okay, you have the little thing here. So there was a minefield placed over here. Plus a bunker set down to keep the enemy back. So not bad. Kind of keeping the enemy away from the territory. Conscripts and an MG putting pressure in that general area. Let's see. Nice Molotov onto the Grenadiers. So at least he upgraded that. Screw medics and AT grenades, but Molotovs, that's where it's at. Volk squad trying to help out. MG repositioning should be able to push them back along with this other MG. Still keeping those Grenadiers suppressed, which is very, very good. This other Grenadiers... Oh, no, MG's just out of... Oh, he's actually about to walk into it. That's hilarious. Nope, the other MG's keeping him suppressed. Good, good, good. He was in there for just a long period of time that was able to keep him suppressed. Though, the Volk squads are at least decapping additional territory. VP point-wise, it seems like more damage has been done against the Germans than the Allies, as they've not lost a single VP point, while the Germans have lost nearly, what, 74? So, that's a decent amount. So, let's see here. Cisco can win fortified armor, so he's, I guess, trying to... The idea would be to take a bunch of territory and lock it down with armor. Not bad, again, especially because a lot of these are buffs to keep armor alive. So, it's not just locking it down. You also have recon and smoke, which... And also the command tank, which helps either stop shots from coming in with the smoke, and or prevent you from walking into an ambush with recon, and or you have the command tank, so it provides a defensive area where essentially you can take more damage, which again, all those combined makes it, once again, very difficult to kill said armor. Looks like the Allies are trying to make up for their lack of... Oh, no, actually they're doing well in fuel right now. They captured their fuel points and have put down... one, and now looks like a second one. They're trying to push in for this other one, but the bunker stopped them. But fuel income is actually doing really well for them. Germans are actually a bit down. And resource-wise, with munitions, they're doing extremely well, and so they're putting down additional mines. That also might be just a small reason they can't upgrade their troops. They can throw Molotovs, but you can't exactly upgrade conscripts early on. You have to wait until the Tier 3 or Tier 4 building. In Tier 3, you have to actually do a special requirement to get 7-man squads, which... Gonna be honest, I don't know many people who do that. I feel like most people are just like, I'll just unlock the next building because I want that T-34, or I want that Katusha, or insert unit that you want. Incendiary going in should push the MG out of the building as fire is super effective against it. Oh, he's still on fire, even leaving. Hot damn. MG, though, suppressing one thing of conscripts, chaining off the other one, weirdly enough. and keeping the other one suppressed. Volk Squad coming on in to keep that other one suppressed just from sheer fire. Maxim, very surprised, is not opening fire on the other one. Looks like it's chaining off both of them. So we have a chain of MGs chaining each other. Support gun looks like it took some damage, had to pull back. But otherwise, it would be great to use against this. Looks like Conscript's going to win that battle, and with that, push back the MG. So unfortunately, Fall of Man is more in a defensive state right now. He does have Panzer Headquarters newly made, and he can upgrade it, so I doubt without additional AT, which I don't think either of the... Oh, wait, no. Okay. So Slavic Army literally just got AT at the 10-minute mark. Good. You need AT at least by 10 minutes, because if these guys were rushing for armor, they could have deployed a half-track a few minutes ago. So 10 minutes is the bare minimum to have it out. Honestly, I think around 6 minutes is probably key for having at least one AT unit or component. It's not mandatory, but also remember the Soviet AT is super good for artillery, so you could use that to break enemy defenses. So if you need like a mortar component, it might serve both purposes, but also note that you need munitions for it. So if you're not really munition heavy, mortar with an AT gun's better for like entrenched positions. But also the AT gun's good for uprooting bunkers. It's good for, again, keeping light vehicles at bay. Just good across the board. So it looks like the Allies are actually taking some nice good steps. They managed to push the Germans back. They're, again, putting a decent amount of damage into the BP point totals, because, again, we're already about 115 down for the Allies. Sorry, by the Allies onto the Germans. The Germans themselves, what have you deployed? Two MGs, three Grenadiers. You do have tier 3, so most likely Cisco Kid will be deploying armor of a significant variety in the next 2 minutes. Again, out of everything, I would probably recommend either an Ostwind or a Panzer IV. The Ostwind might be better. No, well, hold on. Fall of Man, can you deploy... Okay, so this is what I would recommend. If Fall of Man can communicate to Cisco, maybe Cisco gets a Panzer IV, but Fall of Man gets the Flame Panzer, the Hetzer, essentially to burn away the conscripts and everything that are currently, holding this area. Great grenade, by the way. And again, that had the upgrade for the MP40, which is not incendiary, but an actual explosive grenade. So really good job there. Managed to kill that one squad, so that's a huge blow. Double T-70s. Oh, okay, that was a misclick. Good. I was going to say, that's a bit of that's a hell of a reach. But, I've seen some plays. Maybe Snaps is secretly a high-level T-70 player. Who knows? Meanwhile, Volk squads are pouring on in. That upgrade really did work, and that was a good use of the upgrade as they're getting a number of kills and pushing forward to grab a huge portion of territory. Not a lot of munitions in the cards, though, so he can't lay down mines or anything, but he's moving up additional weapons, including getting that Flame Panzer, which I recommended. If he can deploy that to kind of push the enemy back, that's great. And again, you got also the fire you can call down with the support gun, which is probably why he went with the flame. Not flame. It does deploy flames. Why he went with the medical building in the first place to get that flame ability. Do we have heavy? No, he's getting a Panzer IV. Okay, so they're covering each other. So Cisco Kid can deal with any medium armor, essentially, and the other guy can go with any infantry or fortifications. Now, let me be very clear. The Soviets are pushing right to the base to the point they cut off the Axis supplies that they just gained. Actually, to the extent they're actually cutting off all resources for the Axis. So the Axis really need to double down in munition waster, says Schnaps. Why? Was there a Panzerfaust or something, or is there a mine? I was gonna say, don't get me wrong, that Volk squad is probably gonna die. It will. But it is pinned, so I don't know if it's necessarily a waste. Especially if that mean Panzer IV decides, yeah, fuck that T-70, and just decides to kick your ass. And it seems like there is an AT gun here. Do you have AT grenades? Yes, you do. Okay, so you can... Oh, that was a mistake. Okay, fun fact. If you're going to throw an AT grenade, make sure the Panzer IV is already damaged, so that way you can pin its engine. So having the AT gun fire and then doing it would have been better, but right now you just kind of essentially wasted munitions. Because now the Panzer IV can make it back, and it did very little. Maybe if you have the second squad or something, that's fine. Oh, God. Flame Panzer moving on in. Let's see. We did, again, lose one Volk squad, but he's still doing pretty well, though he did lose the MG as well. Flame Panzer going on in, kind of a weird statement. Oh, wait. The T-70 could do enough damage for the AT grenade to... Yep, AT grenade is enough to break its engine. That might cause some issues. I love this T-70 actually doing damage to that thing. That's hilarious. This thing is coming back. It looks like smoke was dropped in its vicinity by the mortar. And that's keeping the Panzer IV in one piece. Now, a second AT grenade might pin... And it does. The Panzer IV is in a bad state. That is why you don't press. You can take one, but he did not heal. Now, luckily, the mortar is just annihilating that AT gun, bringing it down to 3 models. Panzer IV needs to open fire, and especially with its rear aimed at the Panzer IV. Perfect shot and target. Mortar can only do so much. And unfortunately, oh, nice use of smoke. Get out of there. Can he direct fire? He is not direct firing. Oh, he did. I think he used direct fire. Good job. Conscript's trying to throw another AT grenade. Looks like the Flampanzer is active though, and should be able to burn away those conscripts and save his comrade in arms. Storm Pioneers coming on in to just annihilate that conscript if they stay close. AT grenades, AT guns moving on in, but once again, you really have to worry about these units because they fire this huge flame-like spurt. They can essentially burn the AT gun and kill it over time. It might not be enough, though. We can see here it didn't do all that much damage to it. It's slowly doing damage. If he stays there, it's going to kill it. He's staying there. It's going to kill it, isn't it? Yep, there goes one man. There goes the rest, and the AT gun's dead. Flame Panzer looks like makes it out alive. Looks like the conscript squad, though, took some heavy losses and had to fall back. Germans trying to hold this area, but again, they have a lot of conscripts to deal with, and the Flame Panzer can't really take too much damage. They have to be very worried. Double AT guns being deployed. Again, very bad for this light armored vehicle. Okay, it's not that light armored, but when a T-70 is literally penetrating you consistently, I wouldn't exactly say it has a really hard shell. Meanwhile, again, we have the T-70 looks like hitting another mine or Panzerfausted or something. I'm not entirely sure, but whatever the case, another broken engine. Or maybe it just wasn't repaired, not entirely sure. But the Germans are on the back foot, even though they do have a decent-sized army with Cisco Kid. Territory-wise, it looks like they're going to lose all the stuff they gained on the right, though they are putting a decent amount of pressure over here and capturing some territory on left, though we'll see how long they hold. 3 MGs, okay, very curious on that one. We also have double mortars, so going a really heavy infantry build. Once again, that can be very costly, just simply because of the fact you have so much infantry that constantly needs replenished. We'll see how that goes. Obersudan pulling on back. Obersudan really don't have any upgrades with this commander, but they still have their really damn good LMG. So from afar, they'll do fine, but they also need to upgrade themselves. And versus double conscripts with double veterancy each, unless they get that upgrade, they're really not going to hold, be in that fight too much. Slovak army really going deep, and actually, both of them went with an IS-2 doctrine, so oh boy, someone's going to be happy if we see 2 IS-2s. Slovak army on assault, so they'll be able to really, actually, hold on. Really surprised you didn't deploy that early on, because with radio, you could literally identify, great shot with the Panzer IV, you can identify what the enemy's making. So that's a bit weird. Slovak army, though, deploying a T-34-85, which is a good counter to the Panzer IV, as it is essentially a better version. Panzer IV can go toe-to-toe, but not very long. It just not long at all. So Snaps also went with shock rifle, so that's going to bring a lot of fire, especially with the KV-8, which, oh boy, we have that on the field. So that's just a souped-up version of the Flame Panzer. Yeah, that's going to be a hell of a fight for the Germans, but I wouldn't say it's necessarily bad for them, but it is bad in the sense of AT. Like, I'm looking at AT right now, and the Wehrmacht doesn't have, the Wehrmacht doesn't have any, the OKW does, which is good. The OKW has something, but also the OKW brought down a mechanized building. He has a panzer building and a medical building. So he's saving up, I'm assuming, for a king, which is kind of hilarious because in the last match I did, the thumbnail is literally an IS-2. The thumbnail had an IS-2 versus the king. Not saying that's going to happen again, but it is weird. It is that weird thing where it's like, oh, okay. Well, I didn't expect that to happen again, but, you know, that's what happens sometimes. Sometimes there's a bit of correlation with very popular commanders like this. Anyway, nice job. Good AT, good anti-infantry, keeping the Germans back. Nice for Kenwerfer at an angle, so might get a rear armor hit. Can actually fire, though, is the question, or will it fire? It is not firing, even though I believe it should be within sight. Panzer IV being dived by conscripts and the T-34-85. Can have some issues. Fire, oh my god, we have fire versus fire over here. Meanwhile, T-30-45 pulling on back because of the herd of Grenadiers and also the Panzerschreck force. AT's coming on in, but the Flame Panzer is giving it all she's got. She's trying to burn the AT guns. It's actually doing a bit of work. For Canwerfer did get decrewed, but the Flame Spouts are working, and I don't know how, but the AT guns have yet to really do a lot of damage, and both AT guns are knocked out. Support gun dropping in fire as well. Both AT guns have been neutralized, and we now have a Stug, an AT version, which with all the fire, and also the Soviets drop down fire to keep the Germans back, but it's not enough. Germans going around, about to fire some Panzerschrecks, and there's a second T-35 going on in, trying to get a bit of tread action there. Again, for Canwerfer, it looks like a new one, as the other one's lying there, pushing back the Soviets, very low on health across the board. Another shot could be crippling to all of them. Nice support gun hit, hitting those engineers. Stug could take this perfect opportunity. He has recons overhead, and remember, that's the German variant. I don't even have to look. I know the Soviets don't have that. So, it's one of those things where it's like, shit, the Germans have recon. We need to pull the hell back before they get a lucky AT shot, which is exactly what he's going for. He's trying to get close. He may get on the T-70. It looks like he will if the T-70 doesn't move. Come on, can you fire? Will he fire? Is he waiting? I'm unsure. What? You gonna shoot? Oh my god, you turned at the wrong second. He's trying to make it back. I would just retreat. That would probably be a better option. That's just me. Let's see. So, yeah, so we got more recon overhead. Also, the Soviets really, the anti-air looks like Snaps is deploying that. Well, and again, I will say, even though Snaps doesn't have a major anti-armor component as it all burned to death, he's not doing bad. He has a lot of anti-infantry and recon components, so, and he is remaining his AT guns. That's good. So, for a newer player, he's not doing terrible. He has a good, wide-ranging army that can deal with a lot of different fights. I do think maybe kind of separating the AT guns so they're not in a line might be a little smarter, but overall, he's not doing bad whatsoever. Okay, so good job. Anyway, managing to put a lot of shots on target. Smoke being dropped down, I'm assuming by the mortars. Hold on, by the mortar? Yeah, it's by the mortar. Katusha, along with the Soviet armor, is keeping the enemy back from capturing it. T-30, I'm sorry, Panzer IV trying to put pressure on the conscript while the double Stugs kind of push in against the light armor, and they should be able to do some damage. Might kill it, actually. One kill for the Germans. It's a T-70 down. Obersudan coming in with upgrades on the flank. We also have a Jagdpanzer, so he's like, okay, no king. I'm getting a Jagdpanzer. Not a bad idea. Honestly, if the Germans can use the tank destroyers essentially to neutralize a lot of this armor from afar, even though a T-34-85 is good on mobility and damage, against a line of tank destroyers, you're gonna have issues, especially if we've seen Fall of Man, which I believe he has been doing, continue to lay down mines and key choke points so that way they can detect when the armor's coming, stop them, and hopefully kill them. That's the big thing. Also, maybe even grab some fuel. T-34 going a little bit north. I don't know if he's trying to do a flanking maneuver, but now we have a good amount of German armor, so it's gonna have to be a major flank in order to do a lot of damage. Not just one T-34. You're probably going to need two at the very least, or maybe some AT guns as well. Also got to give my hat off to the Vet 3 mortar with 11 kills. Let's see, anything else super highly vetted? 15 kills for the Grenadiers on the German side. Fallen Man has the Volk Squad with 13 kills. Katusha opening fire. Oh, getting a nice spread right there. Might hurt that support gun. It's going to be close. Oh, Flame Panzer with 50. Oh my god, another firefight. Literally, it's a firefight. And unfortunately, this firefight, the Germans won because they were the only ones to bring AT. So with the KV-8 defeated by the sheer AT force of the OKW, the Flame Panzer is moving on in. Luckily, the Soviets have called in some air support, pushed back the Grenadiers, which are now running. And, oh, getting strafed nicely by the Sturmovix. A decent amount of health damage, no models killed, but at least it kept them back. Meanwhile, a lot of the armor came out on the flank. It did do a decent amount of damage to the T-34s, but not a crippling blow. And they can, again, heal using the vehicle recruits. So, and he has plenty of munitions for it, so if he needs to get him back up very quickly, he can. More airstrikes coming on in. Allies retaking mid. Even though the Germans did put a little pressure, the Allies are still holding that victory point advantage quite a bit. So, good job there. At least even though the unit did, I mean, lost a lot of armor. Just Snaps himself lost quite a bit. At the very least, you're still keeping this game competitive. Just, you know, watch out for falling planes so you don't lose any more men. So, what are we looking at right now? Well, the Germans look like to deploy more armor. This is the command tank. So, we're seeing a large amount of, again, not heavy armor units, but lighter armor. In terms of having a lot of, you know, light tank destroyers, a medium tank, and it's a medium tank, but the barrel is not great. It does help, but once again, it just helps with defensive play with all your units. It's not providing the what's the best way to describe it? It's not like gonna be a decisive blow versus the T-3045s. It's just not. Meanwhile, we got fire coming down the Grenadiers. MG's gonna try to keep them back. Katusha as well, I believe, hitting somewhere. Oh, it's hitting the base back here, most likely trying to neutralize it slowly but surely with artillery fire. Remember, there's two of them. Ooh, hello, I heard mines explode. Oh, artillery's currently hitting the mortar. Or trying to, anyway. A mortar doesn't care. It's like, I'm gonna stay here and just stare. It's just not working. The barrage is better on closer ranges. Unfortunately, when you're long range or being that far, has a bit of issues. Luckily, though, the anti-air for the Soviets is doing a lot of work. Definitely shooting down the recon that comes into play and keeping the skies clear, so no recon for the Germans. Also, the armor needs heals. I don't know what the Germans are doing with that, but they kind of need some heals. Alright, the Jagdpanzer coming on in. They're trying. Oh my god, this Flame Panzer has to be a pain in their side. Trying to kill it, misses the target. They're trying to go on in. Meanwhile, the Panzers are coming in from behind, not really doing a huge dive. They have a lot of the Stugs shooting the infantry. Okay. Smoke being deployed to keep them back. So at least they're staying cautious and making sure they can keep them alive. I feel like the armor going up with infantry hitting the AT guns, followed by the T-70s coming in, like from this general direction to come in from the flank, would have been a far better move. Not a terrible move, but like for what they did, but it definitely kept them pinned. Great shot on the Katusha. So there goes Snaps' other armored unit. So quickly Snaps went from a fairly competent army of armor to now, I'm assuming, about to get an IS-2. If I have to make the assumption, it's going to be an IS-2. Now, how things have turned very quickly. Again, good job on the Allies, or at least they were grabbing the fuel. They probably should grab the fuel to make sure the Germans don't grab any armor. You know, that would help. Panthers being developed, also a good assortment of units by Fall of Man. Cisco Kid as well has a good amount, especially frontline units, though he still needs to get the upgrades in, but he's just not getting a ton of munitions. He needs to put down some caches. I know that would be risky for him, but he's already a pop cap. Maybe a cache of munitions here and or there would not only help the enemy, or stop the enemy from capturing points very quickly, but also allow them munitions to, well, stay in the fight and upgrade their men. Also, we have additional caches for the Allies going down. I think there... Was there? No, it was just these two. Oh my god. IS-2's like, throw anything at me. I don't care. Give me a German a scout plane. I'll take it. I can take a plane crashing into me. Sure, why not? Anyway, artillery is at least hitting that giant squad infantry all grouped up. Meanwhile, Grenadiers are coming in to join the fun. Command Tank smartly joining the infantry to give them that boost so that way they don't... Well, they have a little more... They have a higher chance of survival. Unfortunately, one of them died. A second IS-2? Are you fucking kidding me? Alright. Double Selenium is now on the field, and they're just providing a hell of a lot of firepower, though Direct Strike knocked out one of the AT guns, so good. By the First Term Doctrine. Jagdpanzer coming on the flank of the IS-2s, gets a great rear armor shot. And now it's going to be a death by 1,000 cuts. But Will it be enough? Jagdpanzer and Panther coming out one side. You have the army of Stug, some of them very low on health out of this group, but the two Stugs, the most important aspect of it, is still capable of fighting. Fires coming down on the MG, allowing the conscripts hopefully to push on in, although there's a second one right there, so probably not. Oh god, big ol' armor battle going on. IS-2 killing a Stug. Panther coming in though, and with enough fire, they do kill one of the T-34-85s. IS-2 making a quick withdrawal. Second one being engaged by the Jagdpanzer on the side. Once again, a rear armor shot. Great job with the Jagdpanzer. AT gun coming in to help, but the Panthers now engaging. That's too much armor for them to bear, and the currently positioned this gun is now focusing on the MG. Needs to focus on armor snaps. Come on, get your shit together. But in the meantime, it was enough to keep the Germans from pouncing on them with their armor. And at least the heavier variety of armor did make it out. Plus, quick repairs are probably in motion for these guys. So at least the IS-2 shouldn't be out of commission for too long. Allies continuing, though, to put up pressure. And again, victory point-wise, it's 211 to 457. So Allies doing pretty well this game with their capture points. Also holding both fuel right now, so they're getting 45 fuel per turn. Expect more T-34-85s probably in the near future, or at least other heavy armor variants. IS-2 had half health, going to be unfortunately unable to really assist because the amount of AT, though, looks like the Verkehrungswerfer got pulled back. I mean, he's going to push in. The Panther's right there. Jagdpanzer are extremely lucky. I don't know whether it's like Siege, where it's like, oh god, who is it? Is it Ash? Is it Ash, the person who has like the incredibly small hitbox to where people make the joke that literally she could shoot herself in the forehead and somehow hit someone else because her hitbox is so small? Anyway, I've been playing a lot more Siege, is what I'm trying to say. Point of the matter is, that thing has such a small hitbox, it's been dodging and weaving left and right and dodging all the tanks from hitting it and pretty much surviving most of this game. IS-2 pushing back the Grenadiers, though very close to decapping it, would have cut off the munitions and fuel if they would have gotten it, but the Soviets hold on to that territory barely, although the Germans will capture this fuel, which will hopefully give them some much needed resources to stay in this fight. Also, even though, and again, this is very important, even though Cisco Kid did lose his Stug, which again, you would say, oh, Greyshot, that's a nice win, he killed some armor. The Elephant, I'm assuming, is the next thing he wants to deploy. Because if he deploys the Elephant against a goddamn IS-2 army, I'm sorry, I'm going to put my vote on the Elephant. Because that thing is a nutcracker in upon itself. I do recommend, again, I highly recommend, because I know a lot of people are like, isn't the Elephant like the best unit, and one of the best units in the game? And then it's like, yeah, but go watch the real life component. Potential History, loved it. A lot of history channels like Alternate History Hub, Emperor Tiger Star, a lot of those guys, they do a phenomenal job with their research. Oh god, the Armchair Historian, a lot of those guys do such a great job with their history content. Time Ghost, but his brutal takedown of the Elephant is hilarious. Just how, and it goes in real life of. While the Elephant had some good battles, it had a real shitty history, and I find that so fascinating. But anyway, in this game, does not matter. It does not matter. In this game, the Elephant's pretty damn good. S-285 is on the field, so that would definitely help out with the amount of armor they currently have. Jagdpanzer, though, if combined with the Panther, could probably take it down. Though again, they'll probably need to combine arms in general. Nice kill with the fuel cache, however. So at least they'll try to take that. Soviets, though, pushing on in through the left, maybe trying to get around this MG, which is, again, I'm surprised it's in there, but it is in that building, and they're currently holding. Panther giving it a go, but unfortunately unable to land a good round or hit onto either Soviet armored units. Missing again. Luckily, Cisco Kid is here to save the day with his armor lined up and ready to go for a fight. Now, is it really capable of holding back all this armor, especially with an IS-2? No. But can it take a few hits because the command tank plus it upon itself is enough armored units to where even if they divide the shells equally, he could probably engage and then smoke himself out? Yeah, so he's fine. Oh, okay, someone didn't like that. Nice shots in, though S-285 could fire. Oh, Verkehrungswerfers are there too. IS-2 is taking a pounding today. Although that shot bounced off. Verkehrungswerfers, though, really kind of ignoring all the armor right here. which is kind of, I don't know. I feel like you should really focus on it, but that's just me. So, anyway, Jagdpanzer now engaging the T-34, again, keeping their distance. S-285 would need to move up to really push that sucker back, or maybe reman one of these. Oh my god, so many AT guns on the field. Luckily, some repairs on this. We have another recon on the field. Oh my god! Send the plane right back at the Germans. Plane crash almost hits the Stern Pioneer Squad and or the Jagdpanzer, which would have been hilarious. Army-wise, the Germans doing very well. 6 kid, 1,300 manpower. Dude, build some caches. Just saying. Just saying. But, yeah, that you probably could build caches here. Probably be fine. Over here would probably be fine. This one might be a little more open. This one would probably be fine since probably 750 manpower. Oh, caches. Oh, Flame Panzer, get out of there. You're vet 3. Stay alive. Oh, we got out. Meanwhile, a lot of armor pushing in mid. Double IS-2. Oh, nice hit. Stu does a nice little crit on there. Doing a special to at least keep the IS-2 at bay for a little bit of time. Jagdpanzer opening fire on the T-34. The T-34 dodges it. IS-285 making a slow push with the AT gun there to support. Oh boy. Armor's taking hits, but not as much as you might think. They're still doing pretty well. Jagdpanzer, though, a lot of damage. He's pulled back immediately. Panther coming on in to help. 3 Verkenwerfers coming on in. Jagdpanzer, though, is taken on out. Panther coming on in, trying to do what it can. Its MG's focused on the Zis gun while its main gun hit, I think, hit the S-285. Line of Verkenwerfers, though, again, maybe spread them out a little bit more. That way they don't get hit by a Katusha or something. Or a flame attack or anything. Territory's still cut off over here, so the Allies are, even though they got it, they're not getting the fuel. So that's unfortunate. Meanwhile, it looks like the Soviets lost their MG over here, so the fuel will be taken over on the right by the Germans. Again, this is what I'm talking about. Don't group up your AT, because now all your AT is going to retreat. And it might die. Nope, looks like it's going to live. And even if they fall back, you're going to be out of AT for this region for a little bit. You have the Panther that needs some repairs, but overall, it would have been better if you separated. KV-8 looks like it's going to be on the field, so expect that up shortly. Again, good job by the Allies. I'll keep saying it. They're doing very good control of the VPs. Even when the Germans take mid, they're pushing left to take that. But anyway, so we got ourselves an IS-2 right here. If it was Vet 1, if either of these were Vet 1, they could use that high explosive round. Looks like they just got that. Kind of helped shred a lot of this stuff. Looks like we have a direct bomb strike coming on in from the Stuka. Will it be enough, however? Will to maybe kill the mortar. Hold on. Yep, kills. It knocks out the mortar. And the Grenadiers are falling back, but the Grenadiers already on the front do manage to grab the point. Although, and a lot of them, even though they make it back barely alive, they also have some good veterancy. 3 of the 4 units have Vet 3 status. That is really damn good. Also, bad news. Elephants on the field. Now, I will say, it does not have a spawning scope. This variant does not have it, so he needs others to assist with recon. That's his weakness. Also, it's turret. Oh, what the hell's going on down here? Jagdpanzer coming in from behind. I don't understand that play there. He must have been like, come at me, bro. You can't hit me. Oh god, I am the white mage. Nobody fucks with the white mage. Well, unfortunately though, even though you've taken and somehow survived the entirety of this battle, you unfortunately died. Sorry, I had to include a Team 4-Star reference. God damn, I love that show. The abridged version of Dragon Ball. Anyway, been rewatching it. I know they, in the last a few months ago, canceled it. I rewatched the whole thing. Now I have all the quotes stuck to my head. So if you've noticed that in the last few episodes, me saying a quote or something, that's why. Even though if that one didn't necessarily make sense because that's not a healing unit, whatever. Oh, but it'll work. Oh wow. Okay. Speaking of healing units, there we go. The Blood Struck's on the field now. That I guess would be considered more of a white mage like character as he heals. Anyway, so let's see. Armor's pushing on in. For so. Oh, that's a big trap. That's a big trap right there. A lot of AT now hitting all the armor. She'll be able to hold it back unless that IS-2 can pop a nice explosive round shot. Dude, KV8's coming on in, but a little bit entangled by all the armor. Panther's still there to provide assistance. Again, nice shot, but alas, not enough. There's 3 Volcanwerfers. They'll kill 1. The other one's... Oh my god, that man went flying. But it looks like they could do enough damage to at least keep hurting them at the very least. You know, he's going to pull back. That's probably smart. The armor, though, I don't know how much they can really gain from this, because it's already in a position where it's pretty weak. So if anything else comes in, they could be in a bad situation. Artillery coming in on all this armor. Nice shot on the retreating conscripts, mind you. Looks like he's... Oh my god, he's on the 1. I didn't even realize. Elephant taking some hits from the Katusha, though it looks like he did kill an infantry unit somehow. Somehow. AT gun's also hitting it, though I think it either did very little or bounced. Anyway, definitely need... If it hit some of this armor, would be a definite win. Soviets point down additional caches. Wehrmacht has yet to. Once again, 1,000 manpower. Could easily do so. Also follow man. Probably some mines on this side would be good. I know you called in the Stuka bomb strike, which did a decent amount of damage. Not a lot, but you might help to cripple some of this armor if they came on the flank. It's not like the Soviets have minesweepers. Oh, okay. This one does. Never mind. I didn't see that. If you saw him use minesweepers, then that makes sense. You either plant them in a really good location where you know the minesweepers may not see them or may not go into that region, or just don't place them. That's fine. That was the correct motive not to. If that's why you're not. Armor does need heal though. Of course we have a King Tiger, because we can't have a game on this map without a King Tiger versus an IS-2 now. God damn it. Greyshot, why'd you do the save game twice? It's not, I swear. It's a different game. I swear. Anyway, should be able to hopefully break the Allied hold in the region. We do have 2 Katyushas. I mean, 3 maybe? No, just 2. So the Katyushas have been doing a pretty damn good job, though all armies are near pop cap. Allies are definitely at, like, full pop cap at 100, but the Axis are not too far behind. Alright, Katyusha also hitting this little juicy morsel of a target, because the double Volcanwerfer is right here. If they can be knocked out, oh my god, they might be able to. That's a huge win, because that reduces the AT, which might allow the armor to move on in. Now, the King Tiger is still doing a ton of damage over here to this AT gun, which if it's under constant fire, I'm surprised it has not blown up. That's just me, though. Holy crap, it's so low. Just shoot. Okay, there we go. Now the Germans are pushing on in. Yeah, oh, that conscript squad had no shot. No chance. No chance. They're still pushing on in. At least this guy's taking the fire, so that way this other Volk squad almost Sudan can help. I'm assuming hold this point. Panther coming in. Remember, on the flank, hopefully they'll be able to do some damage. But again, you don't want to dive too deep, because the problem with a pure dive is the fact that we know the Soviets have a ton of armor. So if they kind of come in, your Panther could be taking some serious damage. Now, it looks like the armor on the left pushed up, clear this area, and hopefully Germans can take it back. But Allies, they pushed the Germans under 150, and they're continuing to do so. Oh my god, yeah, fun fact, don't reduce it an enemy unit or for salvage if there's an IS-2 literally around the corner. Like, not even like 100 feet away. It's S-285 being real ballsy against a King. That's a hell of a maneuver, because again, King Tiger and Panther doesn't really take too many shots to kill it. Honestly. I will say, though, that it looks like, even though these Grenadiers, which, mind you, I will also praise, again, 26 kills with this damn thing. Hold on. Do any of the armored units come close? Oh, 24 for the Panzer IV. Not too shabby. But anyway, they need to start spreading out and capturing this territory. It looks like they're doing exactly that. Good. They also need to kill these caches that are stationed near the fuel. They do have to worry about some mines, but I feel like the Panzer IV and the command tank could really just quickly do that. And most of the armor is here. It is bigger tanks for the most part, with the IS-2s and the KVs. You do have some S-285s, but if they're with a spawn scope or something, it might take a little while for them to maneuver. And while the T-30-45s are definitely a little faster, they also have to be very cautious about just quickly rushing on in. Although, nice kill there, or at least nice pushback. Because again, if he was smart and the elephant was positioned like here, then he could snipe that thing and easily push it back. To mobilize a full armored force would take a little bit of time, which hopefully would give the Germans enough to kill these caches and pull back. But So far, that was not the course. That was not the action taken. Meanwhile, KV-8 doing what it does best and burning the Germans alive over by the fuel, hopefully allowing the Soviets to come on in. Yeah, okay, he has minesweepers now, so mines would pretty much be null and void at this point. AT gun, once again, great use of it. Keeping the Germans at bay for the most part. Also, really surprised we haven't seen a Panzerwerfer. You figure they would do that, try to get rid of the giant blobs of AT guns that we've seen like grouped up, and or just other things that we've seen across the map. So, yeah, just kind of curious about that, why we haven't seen any of that. But anyway, up KV-8 might finish off the Sturm, does in one quick spurt. And Fall of Man is quickly losing a lot of his men. Armor not doing too bad. And actually, resource-wise, Snaps, Fall of Man, and Cisco all above 1,000. They're good if they lose a unit or two. Again, preservation's important. You want to keep your veterancy high. But they're not doing too shabby in terms of their populations. I would definitely work on keeping them alive. But they could still easily come back into this, is what I'm saying. If they lose even... let's say like all their infantry, he could quickly at least pump out a few squads to help, or pump out a few squads now to assist. So yeah, unsure about that. So meanwhile, Katusha coming in. Great! Oh my god, that squad got obliterated. Oh, next one might as well. Hold on. Well, remember when I said you need to pump out some men? This is that time to pump out men. You need to pump it out. Grenadiers trying to take mid, but fire is about to come down to push them back. Once again, Germans nearly 3 times lower in VP points. They need to actually take some territory and hold it. That's the nice thing about this Soviet group, is they've been very good at their quick strikes, although sometimes they lose quite a bit, but overall their population is still pretty high. Oh my god, IS-2 fighting a goddamn King Tiger. Wait, we have a Stuka bomb strike coming on in. Verkenwerfer coming on in. Did he retreat it? No, he just repositioned it. Okay. Oh, Stuka bomb getting a great shot on the Su-85. Can the King put a final shot? Yes! Good kill. Although, we got another one. Oh, Elephant, you have done almost nothing this game. You need to come save this King. He doesn't have the resources to save a King. Verkenwerfer decrewed. Luckily, great shot on the behind of that T-30-45. This thing needs a lot of bounces if it wants to live. Hot damn, Panther coming on in. Drops actually smoke. Smoke by one of these armored units would be great. Stu coming in from behind of all things while all the armor is pinned in the corner. Oh no, King Tiger I think is dead because it's like Cravini. It's like just going off. Yeah, across the barrier, it's dead. Elephant, okay, quickly redeploying. T-30-45 very low. Panther and Elephant going on in. He ran over the conscripts, and yeah, that KV-8 is taking some serious damage. Cervix strike or fire coming down, either one would be useless against this armor. Though the Elephant going balls deep against the IS-2 is also astounding in my opinion. Yeah, I think there's a Cervix strike because they can't target anything because they're meant to fight infantry, not armor. Panther going in, although there's an AT gun here. Elephant kind of providing support would be way better. Okay, plane crash right there. Bounce off the front, running over the conscripts that died. But yeah, that was a huge loss for Fall of Man. Now is the time to deploy your armor, your reserves, and just get an army up. Because, Jesus, you need to regroup and reorganize your front. And hopefully dodge planes. And hopefully dodge planes like that KV-8 just managed. Actually, hold on. Cisco, again, good amount of resources, is now advancing, killing. How many recon runs did you waste this Snaps? Oh, I mean, he's not wasting it. If they crash into your units, it's not too bad. I will say, I'm surprised that the Germans are back-talking, because they are losing right now. They lost that last engagement pretty decisively. Resource-wise, I mean, okay, they don't know about resources and population. They can honestly assume that the Soviets are still doing decently well. At least from all the caches they keep placing, I would say. Oh, T-34 coming on in. The command tank overextended. Oh, dropping smoke, but he could direct fire. Can he shoot through the smoke? He does! And knocks out the command vehicle, which, again, is great, because now no defensive bonus for that Panzer IV, fortunately, for the infantry at mid. Now, oh wait, what's that? They're placing them. What the? Oh, they're healing themselves. Okay. Hold on. Good, you're healed. Now the IS-2 fixed that by immediately shooting you in the face. Elephant needs to quickly deploy to mid. They're getting healed by the mechanized building. We have double Panthers on the field. Interesting tactic. Yeah, remember when he had the Jagdpanzer? I like that Jagdpanzer. Damn, I'm surprised he changed that. Of course, let's charge our Panthers into a group of conscripts. That will make sense. Anyway, now, like we've seen before, Panther's now crippled. So he's going to slowly... Oh, what the fuck is going on back here? We have a dive with the Panzer IV against the Katyushas. Oh, shit. That could be a big play. 33 kills with that one. Can he kill it? He fires through the IS-2 to kill the Katyushas. That was worth it. Okay, now you can be a little cocky. That was... Alright, you earned the right to be cocky on that play. We also have a... Stuka strike being called in. The IS-2 walks into it along with the T-30-45. Not entirely sure why. Maybe just have a cool explosion in the background. That's probably why. But that was a way. Unless he's trying to kill this base. No, it's like 2/3 alive. It's fine. Now, just like I said with the Germans, the Soviets now like, oh, I guess we have to use the 500 fuel in reserve per person we have. Hold on. Recon merely gets shot down. Again, not entirely sure why he keeps doing that. Unless he's... Bro, 11 recon runs dead. Is it really 11? Oh, it is 11. Are you not learning? Alright. Yeah. I mean, okay, so, I mean, they're both kind of doing it. Like, I think Snap's the one who says about the recon runs. That's fine. Like, Snap, and you're doing very well. I don't like people being overly cocky, because usually that bites them in the ass a little bit. Yeah, I'm now thinking about, I think it was Snap who did that, so I fucked up and blamed the Germans. Oh, god damn it, blame the Germans for a Soviet action. Anyway, so here's the thing about this. Yeah, sure, you can be a little cocky as you're winning the game, and yeah, sure, it might seem like a waste, but he does get a little recon from it. Also, that Elephant might finish off that IS-2. It probably will, if it can connect. Good kill. Snaps will have to get a new IS-2, but, big but, remember guys, this is with the new patch. So that means he has to wait 3 minutes before he can deploy another IS-2. So that means these Panthers can, I'm assuming, run wild. Oh wait, no, but the IS-2 and T-34 running wild, but the Elephant Stuke just turn around. That's a big oops. Oh, they're going after the anti-air gun. Oh, you should have not been so cocky, man. Oh no, oh no, no, no. Oh, Panther kills it. Hot damn, T-34 trying to come in and knock out this other Panther that Cisco kid deployed. Elephant getting a great shot on it. Oh no. And now, I think both, yeah, they knocked out the other IS-2. So with that, both Soviets lost their IS-2s in the middle of this whole ordeal. Oh my god! Why keep your Katyusha there? Oh my god. You just... Oh, it's only... Okay, don't worry. Don't shoot your own unit! Oh my god. Anyway, T-34 trying to help out. Nice job with the Stuke. Again, making its turret inoperable. Nice kill. We have a cervic strike coming on in. Armor just came in and just wrecked the Soviets. Oh my god. Remember when I said, don't talk smack? This is the reason you do this to yourself. The Allies having literally for the top tier stuff, oh my god, is now in a situation where they, wait, what the fuck? Why is all this, oh wait, no, it's just KV-8, never mind. I was like, why is that, no, that retreated. He's repairing right now. Okay, Panther, Vet 4, by the way, is giving chase. Cervix strikes, again, not really that effective. Recon's overhead. This one won't be shot down, hopefully. Hold on. Nope, it won't. German forces coming on in, grab a huge portion of territory. Allies at least decapping mid. So if they might put one additional point, maybe, Oh, no. The Germans are going to take that in no time at all. They'll be fine. But again, the Allies at least have a bit of a cushion right now. If they can quickly reman. It's not like they have a ton of resources. Snaps could easily deploy a bunch of Su-85s or, well, anything else to really help out. He's getting another anti-air gun. Oh, boy. But, yeah. It's just one of those things where it's like, really? Conscripts pushing back double Sudan. They're trying to push on in. We have another IS-2 on the field. We have an anti-air gun on the field. Snaps out getting Su-85 on the field, and he'll be back to normal. Slovak army doesn't have the manpower, but he does have the fuel to get additional units. But he's probably going to be a bit low. Now, they could very easily come back. They just need to do, again, what the Germans just cut the Soviets in half and took out 2 armies. Just one after the other. Very, very quickly. So really good job there. AT grenades being thrown. No, they don't have the munitions. They don't have the resources to chuck it. Damn. I know they've been having a ton of fuel. I think additional munition ones would have probably been better. And or don't call in a Sturmovik strike when it doesn't affect anything. That might have helped Slovak army have a bit more. IS-2's back on the field, though. And at least he has some vet... Oh, okay. He has 1 Vet 3 conscript. Oh, boy. IS-2 pulling some shots on the Panzer IV. We got the Elephant in mid, which I'll give credit. In the last, like, I don't know, 5-10 minutes of this, it's turned around and be like, not really useful to, damn, that was actually a pretty good counterattack by it. So good job there. They're trying to push on in. They only need 2 victory points. This might be a scenario where, if I was them, if you're smart and you can, like, proactively use it, send your shock troops in to capture these positions. Oh, they have a... Oh, damn. Actually, wait. You have a T-34, right? Yeah. Okay. So send your T-34 to go up north and capture it with the capture ability. Because, for example, it's this. It's secure mode. So we can capture territory. You can use it to literally capture this position and or kill the bunker, follow up with infantry, and there you go. You're all good. So at least, very least, we'll stop the bleed too much with capturing this point. And then grab a few other areas. The Soviets are back up and are near level with the Germans. The Germans just have, I think, a few more vetted units, although it looks like they lost the Panther from the dive. They got themselves a command tank. Fall of Man, again, while he has some good units, a lot of them need repairs, and a lot of them are recruits. He has all Volk squads, which I'm assuming is just meant to guard territory in order to keep themselves in the fight, and or just make sure they keep pressure on the Allies, which... Again, still has some artillery and other units to kind of keep them back, though all their Katyushas and rocket artillery were destroyed. So that is a big issue to kind of hold back the German infantry. The Soviets are at least getting some territory, so they'll at least have a decent amount of fuel munitions now. Conscript's trying to hold, but they need additional frontline units. He doesn't have the manpower for it. He does have an armored force. It looks like they're kind of grouping up to kind of go with the Germans mano-a-mano. There's a lot of German armor, but like I said, it needs repairs. So if the Soviets are proactive and can take this... Oh, nice job decommissioning all the support weapons scattered on the field. If you're not using it, don't let the enemy use it. And they're far enough away, you don't have to worry about the IS-2 blasting them in the face while salvaging. Now, like I was saying, if they can make either an attack on mid and secure it, or push a T-34 to hit the left side... and secure it with infantry support if they want to use it to capture it. If the T-34 just blast everything, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. And also, you can take the minesweeper. You want to keep the minesweeper ability there, that way you don't hit Tellermine, because the Germans could easily place one, and you should be pretty much all set to capture that territory. We'll see. Nice amount of Volks in Sudan seems to be holding back some of the Soviet infantry in the region. They might push in, but the IS-2's right there and should do quite a bit. Plus, the KV-8's not far behind. We have an attempt in mid. Smoke grenade going out. Oh, no. Normal grenade going out. Tried to kill the Grenadier squad. MG, 29 kills. Hot damn. Really good job with that. Putting some pressure. Pushes back that. They should be able to decap it now. Oh, wait. Wrong T-34, buddy. Wrong T-34. Okay. At the very least, you can use it to kill the bunker. Smoke! Smoke! Smoke with the shock troops. That way also this armor coming in doesn't seed them. One last shot should kill it. One last shot. One last shot. One last there we go. Get the hell out. Run, T-34! Run! The elephant is coming after you! Run! Oh, he got suppressed. And with the normal shots. Again, you should have threw smoke. You should have threw smoke. Also, Snaps has a huge amount of manpower and fuel, so yeah. Oh, there we go. He's good now. Capture. Oh, the Germans captured the south and Panzerfaust at the IS-2. Mid, it looks like they're having some issues with some Grenadiers. S-25 coming on in, but taking a weird way. We're going to walk into a Grenadier squad. The T-34 made it out. I don't know why you're going in, buddy, by yourself. Also, you have spawning scope on. Again, weird way to slowly advance. All the German armor, though, it seems to be repaired and moving in for a large battle near the southern point. I don't see any other AT in the region, so it's really the T-34 and an IS-2 versus double Panthers and a Panzer IV. They need additional support for the Soviets in order to clearly win this fight. The KVA could take damage and switch over to the 45mm and actually do a decent amount, specifically toward the Panzer IV, but that's a hell of a gamble if you want to do that. The S-25 would have been better suited over here, is what I'm trying to say. KV-8 now turning. You want to retreat via the rear. Something died. S-285 still in mid. Slowly maneuvering because of the spawning scope. Dude, turn it off. Get back in your turret and drive. The IS-2 is... Oh, KV-8 took as much damage as it could, but the Panther force is coming on in. IS-2 taking way too much. S-285 finally shows up. God damn. It's like you played the Avengers music and the guy says, on your left. And Chris Evans looks back as Captain America and doesn't see anyone. And then it's like, oh. Okay, kill him. And then Captain America dies. And then Falcon shows up with the army. It's like, oh shit, we were late. Well, we tried. And now they're gonna just be annihilated. Oh no. No, 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 no. Oh, S-285 being hit from two angles. It's like Pirates of the Caribbean. Was it At World's End? Except, you know, good. You know. Look, I have a soft spot for Dead Man's Chest. Also, good kill on that Panther. Unfortunately, you have the Vet 5 one right there, so good luck with that. I have a soft spot for Dead Man's Chest. I really enjoy that with Pirates 1. But everything after that is not great. Not great. Not great. Oh, so once again, another loss for the Soviets. They need to capture 3 points in order to start the VP decap toward the Germans. The Germans, in the meantime, Cisco's like, all right, I'm going to pump out so many infantry units all the front. It's not even funny. And seriously, he deployed 5 units. He's deploying 5 at this time. Fallen Man is still his Volk Squad army, though his armor's down. He could easily deploy a King Tiger to fill in the gaps. So there we go. He lost the Panzer IV and a Panther, but it's like, don't worry, we'll just summon a king. Unfortunately, once again, the IS-2, even if Synapse wanted to, he doesn't have the resources to deploy a new one out sooner. Looks like he has 3 S-285s, though, and a tire gun to shoot down the planes, which is kind of helpful for the most part. A lot of T-30-45, so it looks like they're just relying... Again, a lot of armor. Is the elephant still alive? Yes, it is. They have to do something to rush it. Now, there's enough infantry here that can... Oh my god. Oh, Panzerfaust, Panzerfaust, Panzerfaust. Is that what I'm about to see? Should have probably spread him out to hit more armor. Also, good artillery, by the way, on the Zis gun, pushing that stuff back. Armor's going to make it out. Elephant, unfortunately, not able to finish it off. Tiger's moving on in. So the Soviets decap that point. The Soviets need one more. There's a command tank over here by itself. That's where these armored units should have been. And you should have captured the point with your T-34. God damn, because that way you decap it. Now it looks like there's enough armor, and that would have pulled the armor back as well. Well, in the meantime, all the armor is currently focusing on the poor S-285 still on the front. AT gun's doing what it can, but it gets knocked out by the infantry. The Stug and the Panther just hunting the last units left. Shock troops trying to hold. Conscript, can you chuck an AT grenade? No, you will not. I don't know why you're not. IS-2 charges. Oh, there goes that conscript squad. Oh my god. Dodging a shot, but super low. Luckily, Pathfinder didn't screw it there. Should be able to retreat. Soviets are being pushed back to their base. Great shot on the Stuke. Very low on health. Elephant, though, coming on in. Might have overextended there if they can... well, hold on. There's a King Tiger next to it. Never mind. It has some good support. Great shot. Armor has to retreat further into the base. Oh, boy. And the Germans have managed to capture almost the entire map. While the Soviets have enough resources, mostly... oh, God. Anti-air. You're going to die, aren't you? Oh. Oh, no. Well, there that goes. That's a hell of a comeback. Elephant gets one of the S-25s. He's pushing the Elephant into the base. The Elephant's like, come here. I want more. Gets the IS-2. Oh my god. This Elephant is literally just killing all the Soviets. They're too weakened to stop it. He's just... that smoke is like hard to see through. He does not give a shit. He's going to kill it, isn't it? It's 3 units in the base. God damn. Look, would PogChamp qualify for this moment right now, guys? Would PogChamp do it? 4 Soviet vehicles dead in the span of a minute from an Elephant? I think the Elephant's doing like push-ups right now. Be like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm just like so, you know, just doing so much. Just flexing right now, just in front of everyone. It's like, okay, we get it. You killed the entire Soviet army. You're more competent than your actual real-life compadres, but still. Oh, wait. Hold on. Tiger opened itself up. 2 T-34s waiting. Could flank it. There's not much armor to support it right now. And that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to come on in. They're capturing the territory with the conscripts. Pumping out a ton of men in the meantime. If they kill the King Tiger, that will be a decent win. They don't mark target, but they should be able to do it. If they keep getting rear armor, they'll be fine. He's going to turn around, but... oh, Elephant coming in. Bet 3. Did quite a bit. Should be able to do enough if they can pen the last 2 shots. One more, come on. Misses the shot, unfortunately unable to kill it. They're going to retreat back in, I'm assuming, this area. Elephant, though, just watching. He's down to half health. He has to worry about himself. Although the AT gun's currently being kept back. Oh my god, there's a line of MGs outside the Soviet base. They're literally being contained. Oh god, conscript rushing in. Just throw the AT grenade. Come on, we need to kill it. Oh my god. If these guys get it, oh, they get executed by the king. Oh no. They're trying to make it back to base. Elephant, though, knows they're there. Run, run, little T-34, run. Oh, he's gonna see it. He's absolutely gonna see it. Oh. God damn, the executioner over here. Holy crap. And, yeah, this is why you don't jinx yourself by saying GG or calling the enemy, like, a dumb for this reason or something like that, because then this shit happens. When you get trapped in the base by German MG crews, that's where the Soviets are at. And again, if the Soviet army comes up here and captures it while they had the other point over here, they would win, but they didn't do that for whatever reason. Ugh. I honestly thought the Soviets had this in the bag. I was like, man, the Germans, they keep losing here and there. The Elephant doesn't seem to be working. Fallen Man keeps losing his armor, his infantry. It's not looking that great. And then all of a sudden, they just come back. Now, it looks like the armor is coming up on the far left, clearing some of this stuff. And again, it's not like Cisco has a lot of armor it can rapidly deploy. Plus, they're kind of getting some repairs in right now. Stuka being made, probably to bomb them out of their base. Poor bastards. Armor pulling back. Again, they could push up this way and capture the point. Yeah, to stop at least the bleed right now. But, alas, not happening. So they have 3 T-30-45s. It's the last armor they're going to get. They've gone through all of their reserves. Everything. And I will point out the Cisco kid did not put any caches down. Tisk. But you know what? I don't think he cares. Also, that recon's flying overhead. And oh my god, he got normal T-34. They're like, alright, new plan. Mass armor charge. Let's do it. Except the Germans said that, not the Soviets. They're actually pushing into the base right now. I guess they're that... oh my god, it bounced! Holy crap. Stu does not care. It bounced all the shots! He's literally just like, come at me, bro. And it, like, they fire both shots. And he's like, goddamn Luke Skywalker in The Last Jedi. One of the parts I will say is cool. He's just like, come on. Like, that part's fine. Like, him being badass, that's fine. Some other parts, and yeah. But anyway, yeah, good use. Also, nice Vet 5 Panther. But I don't know what I like more. I think the Panther was good. Although the Executioner over here is my favorite, was my favorite unit of the game. By God. Stug was good on support. A lot of really good Grenadiers mine as well. Just a lot of good kills. Let's double check it. By the way, I want to say it was either Cisco Kid or Follow Man. I don't know who it was. But one of you submitted to me. You didn't give your name. And also, I don't know if you're a guy or a girl because you said Ashley. So I'm assuming it's a girl. But I didn't know who it was. And usually a lot of the COD players, unfortunately, that I know of are guys. So if I called you a guy, I'm sorry. But Ashley, thank you for submitting this replay on the German side. And I could definitely see why you submitted it to me. That was a good game. That was actually a pretty damn good game. That I was not expecting that comeback, honestly. Even though you said it's like, we had a good counterattack. I thought you were talking about the Soviets. Like, okay, it makes sense. The Germans are getting a little bit upper hand, but you squashed their army with Follow Man's forces. Like, it did pretty well. Like, again, not really anything too, like, how do I say this? Nothing too, like, out of the ordinary, anything like that. I was like, okay. And then all of a sudden, just everything clicked. Everything came together in the final finale. It was just like, god damn. So, really good job there. But yes, so, like I said, you didn't mention in your replay, I'm looking at here, like, who you were. But you said it was with your friends. So I'm assuming one of your friends, that's good. But yeah, you two played very well. Again, good KDs all around, even though it was close. And you guys took a lot of damage. You still did very well. Even the Soviets, I would say their KDs are not too bad. I know they're not positive, but the Soviets have a tendency to be negative and still do very well. I will say a lot of the armor, like the Katyusha, stuff like that, you could have retreated a little bit sooner. But yeah, it's one of those things like, goddamn, they didn't go down without a fight. But that was a hell of a fight. But really good job. Really, really good job. Let's double check everyone's MVP units real quick. MVP, let's see, 234 85s. So good job, Slavic Army on that. How many kills? I'm sorry, how many kills did he get? 41. 25,000 damage. Took a lot of damage, though. That MG, though, there was like one with like 30-some kills. Like, really good job there. SU-85, 55 kills for that conscript. Really good job. Follow Man. Panther, 35,000 damage. Not too shabby. Good use there. And Cisco Kid was the elephant with, it did not die. That was the only one that was deployed. I think the King Tiger, one died or during the course of this game, I want to say. But 28,000 damage, really good job. Overall, just really, Cisco Kid, I will say really good job in preservation for the most part. I know you lost a couple units here and there. But like this Stug and a lot of your Grenadiers, really nice job. Follow Man, I would say you have to work on your preservation for the most part. That Panther is probably the one exception, and maybe the almost a non-squad, but most of your other infantry did die, so kind of spread out your forces a little bit more. I think that would really, really help. Soviets, I think you guys using some of your abilities for your armor, like capture, could have helped you out. Not wasting against armor, like the Stormvik Strike, would probably be better, because a lot of people think it's like, oh, hurt armor. It really doesn't. It's not designed to. Armor can walk into it, that's fine, but it's meant for infantry, so don't call that in. Save your resources. Maybe place mines or other stuff like that, because the Germans, at least as far as I can see, they didn't have minesweepers, so maybe like cheap mines to kind of hold back the German assault would have probably helped you guys out. Yeah, some weird plays like the SU-85 with the scope and stuff like that. I don't know if that was a misclick or something, but you probably shouldn't have that. If you're going to pick something with radio, I have a tendency to pick it out earlier, so you can kind of know what the enemy's deploying. You can kind of call that out. So just little things like that. It looks like you two were playing together because you guys picked it around the same time. And look, and your IS-2s were pretty effective. I'm not saying that. Also, it was a good showcase of the limit to the armor you could rapidly deploy. So that did have a decent impact, because during that time, the Germans did continue their attack until additional force could be deployed. So I do like that. I do like that change from the patch, as this is post-patch gameplay. So yeah, really good use there. But overall, good game. Really good game. I'll give it out to you guys. But in any case, this has been Greyshot17. And thank you once again for submitting the replay. Remember, you can submit to greyshotproductions@gmail.com, and I'll take a look. But otherwise, it's been Greyshot17, and I'll see all of you next time.
Hello everyone, this is Greyshot. Before you go, I want to give a special shout out to my patrons, these awesome people that include Jakub, Ace, Ion, JustThomasPlays, Ollie, PyroShark, Joey G240, and Milam. Thank you all so much for your incredible support. You guys are amazing. Same thing with my patrons down below. You guys support the channel so much, and I wouldn't be here without you. This has been Greyshot17 and his amazing patrons, and I'll see you all next time.